Welcome to Lama Drives 360. If you're currently looking at the floor, touch the screen and move up and around, or if you're looking at the floor, grab your mobile device or tablet and move around so you can see both Von and I, or look out the front. It's a nice day here. Going to have a follow-up chat about workout mode, about coaching, about training plans. This stemmed from our discussion the other day on our Lama Drives. And then we went over to Instagram and somebody was mentioning AI bots and artificial intelligence, which really took the conversation to the next level. So I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days while we've been down here on the coast.
Doing a bit of research as well.
Doing a bit of research between chilling out. So coaching, I'll make the call now. Coaching is going to be obsolete. Human to human coaching, obsolete very soon at a big level, at a mass level, like what we're seeing now. And if you're not with it, you're going to be left behind. AI will come along with the combination of big data and make every single coach obsolete in cycling. Not only cycling, maybe running, maybe everything. You'll be out of the game. Just like coaches who haven't adapted to power or haven't adapted to, I guess, newer technologies, even GPS units and things like Strava, you'll be out of the game. So back onto AI and how that's going to work. If you think about the data Strava have on you, Strava know where you live, they know your age, they know your weight, they know how often you ride, where you ride, the conditions you ride. If you've got Di2, Strava know what gear you're in and where. There is a lot of information, but they have that information on you and millions of other people around the world. So how this is going to be used in the future for coaching, it should be able to look at, or it will, guarantee it, whether Strava do it, whether Zwift do it, whoever clicks your workout data will be able to do this. Garmin Connect, it's all there, and this could be happening right now. The example is that I'll give, I wanted to train up for, say, a time trial, and I want to be the best time trials over 20 kilometers, which is the master's level time trials, which I've done in the past. It will then go through and review all of my training history, all of it. It will know how I respond to certain training. It will know my heart rates, the cadence that I've used, but it will also know where I've been training for those, for my optimal performance. Have I done 20K time trials out a certain road? Well, then this AI will say, well, today, Shane, you should go out this road and do these results, and do this workout and you'll get these results. That's what you've seen in the past. So there's two sides of that coin. It'll tell me what to do and where to do it. Now, these are two things that coaches provide as an additional service. Coaching services cost up to $200 plus per month for a coach to call you up and ask you how you're doing. Well, AI can ask you how you're doing. Are you feeling good? Okay, bump up this session. You're going to go a bit harder. Or you've been a bit tired lately, so it'll bring it down a little bit for you. AI can do that. What training should I be doing? What goals should I be hitting? AI can do that. It knows what you've done in the past, and it can look at what other people are doing for similar things as well, and put you on that same path. Exactly what a coach does now. Look at it'll have intelligence from all the other riders, but at the moment, a good coach will have up to, I'd say, a maximum of 50 riders on file. 50 riders that'll be able to keep track of, check their response, check on how they're doing, know where they're at, and adapt the training program to that. So for example, if I was to call up my coach and say, I've missed yesterday, what should I do? They're like, oh, well, maybe we should just shuffle this around. AI can do that automatically. It knows you missed yesterday's session. Or it knows if you're a cyclist, you went for a run yesterday. That's the first run you've done in 6 weeks. I'm speaking from personal experience here. My legs are still sore from the other day. It can know that. That's not rocket science. Literally, it's not rocket science. It can know you've gone for a run, and it'll know you're pulling up a little bit hard for the next day. So, okay, next day is going to be a reco ride. Well, okay, I've got 90 minutes to do a recovery ride. That's what I've told the system. And I'm feeling a bit sore. It knows already. Well,
potentially, Shane, it could also say, maybe do some stretches. Here's a stretch program.
There we go. Just like what your coach would say on the phone. Well, I know you've gone for a run yesterday, first run in 6 weeks. You want to keep riding, but your goal is this. Right, it's automatically adjusted your training plan. You don't just select a 12-week training program. It gives you your 12-week training program for whatever discipline you want. But bringing in data from everyone, not just that coach who only knows the 50 athletes, or maybe the 500 athletes they've coached over their coaching career. This can bring in 5 million athletes, even more. So AI and coaching, if you're a coach and you want to dismiss this, come see me in 5 years. If I'm wrong, my coffee's on me. If I'm right, please take this as a heads up. It's coming. Be across it. Adopt this technology. big data is coming for training, and it will pull you straight out of a job very, very quickly when someone gets it right. So the research I've been doing this weekend is Xert, X-E-R-T, I believe it is. Xert are doing very similar training plans, this adaptive training. But look, at the high level from what I've been looking at with Xert, it's all 3-letter acronyms, it's all way too hard, I cannot get my head around exactly what they require. Something like Strava, I'm assuming everyone watching is familiar with Strava. It's a very similar interface than what we normally, it's easy to use. Xert, 3-letter acronyms, they're not using TSS, they're using XSS or XTS or too hard. I want to be told, go out and do 5x5 at this location. But what if it's raining? Well, the system can know that. Weather charts are online as well.
Yeah.
It needs to be simplified. It can't be programmed by engineers for engineers. It needs to be programmed for engineers for the masses. And for that, the scaling of that would be absolutely brilliant. Now, if you're sitting here listening as a coach and you're fuming that I'm saying you're going to be out of a job soon if you don't adapt and don't take up this technology, and you're still with me, then thank you. You're not really going to be out of a job. Use it. Use that technology to be a better coach. Use that technology to
value add.
Spot on.
To scale.
Spot on. So you're not coaching just 50 athletes anymore. You're coaching 500. You're coaching 5,000. Or if you're Strava, you're coaching 5 million people with high quality data, high quality information about environments. Strava know that you live near a hill. Strava know that you live near a downhill. Strava know that it's windy where you are, and they know everything about you. Well, I'm picking on Strava because they have the biggest set of data here. Oh, we're in 360. If you spin around to your right at the moment, there's a nice maze on the hill there.
Oh, that's really cool.
There's a bonus of us being in 360 in the moment. Anyhow, just my thoughts on that. I'd really like to get some feedback on everybody else. If you're a coach, are you looking at this already? Are you worried about this? Is this a new idea? Is this something we should be... I'm not in a position to be able to go and spin up a website and program this myself. I've just had the thought, I'm going to put it out there. If someone wants to grab this and run with it, go, please do. It's going to happen anyway. And if you're first, you can be well ahead of the curve with this one. I'd love to see someone like Strava do it. I mean, throw out these value add of premium $20 off here, or you're going to be able to analyze your run pace. That's Strava, that's not the premium we want. The premium we want is 2018, is not 2013. We want to know, I mean, Strava have got heart rate data of millions, probably billions of people. They could possibly tell you when you're going to have a heart attack. They can see your cardiovascular fatigue over the years, or cardiovascular
in stress
drop. And they know what temperature it is. They know how well you go in heat. They know how well you go in the cold. So again, it's the middle of winter where I am. Hey, AI coach, what should I be doing today? It's like, well, you never really perform well in the cold, so it's going to bring your numbers down. That's something at the moment your standard workout mode does not do. Doesn't take into account where you're going to be doing your workouts. Doesn't take into account your previous history. It's all very, very basic stuff. So big data, it's coming. Coach AI, auto coaching, it's going to be the next big thing, and it's going to be personalized. But what needs to happen, it needs to be easy. Digestible by the average person to jump in, know what they're going to do. For me, most of my training, a lot of my championships throughout the years were won on 5x5. Simple as that. 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, maybe 2 minutes off, depending on how I was feeling. 5x5, something as simple as that. So I can guarantee you my coach AI or my coach bot would tell me, hey Shane, you've done a lot of 5x5s and that's worked very well for you in the past, so get your head down.
Steady diet.
And get working like that. Von, your thoughts? That was a bit of a rant. So Von, your thoughts on this, your coaching? Could you see something like this taking off? I mean, your work in IT, do you see AI taking over?
Oh, absolutely. Things? I mean, the use of data, big data, such a buzzword, but the reality is there is so much to be learned from collating information, even your own information, those around you. You've talked about community information that's really helpful, additional inputs like weather, like mapping, Sorry, we're just navigating some
360
traffic.
camera if you want to see some bad driving right there.
So from what I could see, that would be fantastic. But what I can also see the application of this is big organisations like your Nikes that have a generic running app or a generic riding and tracking app, that they can make something as easy as this to be training for the masses. You know, you've got a 5K fun run coming up.
There we go.
You know, what's the option for me? I've never run in my life, so what's my option to learn how to run?
Where are people in your community training for that run? Where are people in your community?
Where do I run?
And what pace are they running at? What's their training history? When people first started running, what did they do to get them to that level? The data is all there. This is just simply, I mean, I'm talking a billion SQL queries here for the tech people with us.
That's what...
It's there. It's there. If they can distill this, simplify it, that would be brilliant. So Strava API, Strava becomes your AI coach. It's all there. It's all there. We just need someone to run with it. Grab this, run with it, because I'm just, bring it on. I mean, 2018, and where the premium level users are getting what? I'm not just a bang on Strava here. This is a big data in general. Zwift themselves have all your data from all your Zwift rides. They keep that. What next? What can we do with that makes it personable? But what's the differentiator? All these services, Garmin Connect, this and that, same. I think that's going to be huge. But it could take people to the next level, but also not in an intimidating way. Because if you say something like, you want to get on a bike and suffer, if you want to, throw your guts up, it doesn't need to take you there. It can show you how to get there. If I wanted to run a 5K PB in 12 months, then it can slowly take me there in the most efficient way, that from this big glob of data. I think that'd be brilliant. I'm pumped for that. I can't wait to see it. It's coming. There's no question about it at all. So Yvonne, you're excited?
Absolutely. I'm already there. Where is it?
That's what I want to know. So what we need to do though, we need to come up with some domain names. So when this does come about, we can say, you know what? We can flash back to this video in 360. Hopefully we're watching it in headsets in the future, and say, you know what? We got it right. I want to be right on this. Or if I'm wrong, what is coming next? Because people are getting sick and tired of standard workout mode. People are getting sick and tired of getting told what to do. And everybody responds very, very differently. And we've all now got this massive library of data. What are we going to do with it?
Yeah, so I'm assuming Zwift are looking at the heat maps on their own worlds. What are people most likely riding?
Yep.
Are they most likely riding those routes because they're part of events?
Well, yeah,
what events are the most popular? Yeah. What's the demographic of the riders that are doing those events? I mean, they don't really need ride leaders. They could have Autobots and little notices when they see people pop off the front of the bunch for those riders, even to say, hey, you're riding outside of the group.
Oh, this is way down a whole other rabbit hole there. But
I mean, there's heaps of information that they can already do and already build into their application programming and stuff like that.
So, I mean, it'll blow your mind. Just it's common sense stuff of what they're collecting. Your cadence, your distance, your average power, what time of day, and what's the preferred route based on what time of day. And they could schedule events around that. Easy, done. It's so simple to do. The data is all there. But also, the flexibility of, do you want to push yourself today? Sure. Well, based on all your data, here's what you should be doing. And I know that Strava knows. All these upload services know what time you take the kids to school. They all know what time you train every day. They've known that ever since you've been uploading. They know exactly all about you. They can profile you like nothing else. And they've got that data. It's not as if they're giving it out for free. They've got it themselves to use. You've signed the terms and services. You agree to them when you upload. It's now time for them to start using that data in a more intelligent way. That's my take on things. Fine. Finishing notes.
I think you've covered it.
We've covered it. That's it. Bit of a rant today, but look, I'm sick of being stagnant with all this information, all this cool tech that we have. I've got a 360-degree camera here. Yet Strava can't tell me where to go for a ride this afternoon. That's not good enough. Coming soon, Coach AI, customized coaching just for you to get the best out of yourself. Maybe even a fun option. Hey Strava, give me a fun ride. Let's go. it knows where the tailwinds are. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.